Hi there, Liam Ward here at LearnTheHarmonica.com. So, if you're a complete beginner and you want to know what harmonica to buy, what kind of harmonica, first off, there's two sort of big, well-known different types of harmonica. One is the chromatic harmonica, which has a button on the end of it. Think Larry Adler, jazz, chromatic, and classical playing. We're not going to be talking about chromatic harmonicas today. We're going to be talking about diatonic harmonicas. So that's the 10-hole instrument that's most commonly used in blues, pop, rock, that sort of thing. No button on the end, just 10 holes, blow and draw. So, what kind of harmonica should you buy if you haven't bought one but you want to learn the instrument? Well, some teach yourself books come with free harmonica, or you can just buy really cheap harmonicas. Like this is a Silver Star in the key of C, and that's the most common key that you'll see in the shops. But the problem with Silver Stars, I mean, the great thing about them is they're cheap, great. You can learn sort of some basics on them, single notes, and a few little nursery rhymes, but they're really not very responsive at all, and that's why they're cheap. They're made in a factory where no hands go near them, and it's all done just by machines. So they are cheap and cheerful, but usually what I say to my new students is that my rule of thumb of something that costs just a little bit more, so maybe around £20 or more than that, about £20 is I use as my cut-off at the moment. Anything £20 or more is a good instrument. So there's various brands. The most common ones you'll see will be Hohner, Seidel, Suzuki, Lee Oscar. They're the kind of big ones that you'll see a lot of in the shops. Brand wise, you've got to make up your own mind, and unfortunately you can't try them in the shop, so you have to kind of buy before you try, which is a shame. But yeah, a rule of thumb, I say 20 quid or more and you're going to be getting a good instrument. The one that I just flashed at you before, which is one that I use, is a marine band. So you can see written on there, marine band. This is a, I don't know if you can see, it's a C, just like this one, but it is a lot more responsive. These cost about £30, around that mark at the moment. And you can see it's got a wooden comb as well, whereas this has a black plastic comb. People talk about the sort of pros and cons of these. Plastic comb, some people say they don't like the tone as much. Wooden comb, they say it has a particular sort of timbre to it. Wooden comb, you've got to be more careful about getting it moist. You can't sort of get away with as much as you can with a plastic comb. But yeah, marine bands, about 30 quid, and I use some of those, and they work fine. I've got a few others to show you. So marine bands are Hohners, as you'll see there. I've got a couple of other Hohners that I use. This is a Hohner Special 20. Don't know if you can see that. It says Special 20 on it. Also says marine band because technically it's kind of like a form of a marine band. But plastic comb. But I like these. Again, they're about £25–30 in the shops at the moment, and again, they're made by Hohner. I quite like these. I like the chordal sound of them. I think they're nicely tuned, and they're one that I use as well. Golden Melody. This is a Golden Melody. Again, made by Hohner. I do like Hohner. These are slightly different in their tuning. The layout of the notes is the same, but I mean, like the fine tuning of them is slightly different. I'm not going to go into the details of that, but generally they're more popular with people who play more melodic playing rather than chordal playing. So Golden Melody, clues in the name, melody. I'll show you one more. I tend to use those three that I've just shown you. I will show you a Seidel. This is a Seidel Blues Session. I can't remember how much these are. I think they're about £20 or something like that. Not one of my favourites, but as a good example of sort of having to try these things out, I bought these. I bought a few of these to give a go. I'm still giving them a go, but they're not my favourite kind of harmonica. They sort of play okay, but they're not my favourite. They play okay. They don't feel that nice to me. I do prefer the other instruments that I've just mentioned. I haven't got any Lee Oscars or Suzukis to show you right now because I don't have any. Lee Oscars, I just don't find they play that well for me, but I know people who swear by them, so don't be put off by that. And Suzukis, they feel a bit cold. They don't feel the right level of responsiveness to me for me to play them. But yeah, I hope that helps a little bit, getting a little bit of an outline of what harmonica to buy if you're not sure. If you have any more questions, post them below the video and I'll try and answer them if I get a chance. Okay, cheers. Alright, see you soon.